Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are around the world. I have come live just to connect in with Horus and my team and my higher self to bring in sacred messages. Just to let you know, sometimes energy may change around me. That's perfectly fine. So if you see spirit or energy, that's all perfectly well. It's all perfectly normal. So I'm just going to connect in to bring forth messages. We are in a catalyst at this current time with Mother Earth and with humanity. We are going through a great catalyst of change. Many changes are underway. The illusions and disillusions of humanity and within the collective consciousness field and within personal aspects of our consciousnesses are now being dissolved. Many truths are coming to surface. Just like the tides, just like the oceans, connecting very much with the recent eclipse energy that has brought about a rise in levels of consciousness, a rise in levels of truths that are coming to surface, and many emotions are being expressed at this time. This also coincides in recent planetary shifts and alignments, certainly around Saturn and Pluto. We're also undergoing a retrograde energy involving Mercury that involves communication. Again, that focusing and bringing that focus into your heart chakra. So we must be mindful of how we communicate. Many truths are rising up to the surface. As we look at the level of communication and the level of consciousness, communication, words, actions, consciousness is being brought up to the surface. This is the current energy that we are in. Many souls are at different levels. They're at different levels of healing. They're at different levels of communication and connection. As we are evolving and growing, many other aspects comes to surface. Many souls at this time are attuning into their archetypes and other aspects of self. And as they do that, many aspects of self is being brought up to surface to be healed. And as they attune more into their archetypes and aspects of themselves, they are also able to attune into their gifts and their abilities to be more enlightened, to be in service to a much wider, whether it be service to themselves as well in the format of their own personal healing and growth, but also to the much wider humanity. For what we experience, we can help others as well. Okay, I'm going to tune in. I'm going to connect in with Horus. I'm going to connect in with Horus now and ask him to come through. His spirit's standing right by me. He's just here, right behind me. I can see his energy very clearly, his spirit. So I'm going to ask him to come through and share a few words. So I'm just going to take a few moments to go into the altered states and ask him to come through. You may see a energy change. Some people often will see my face changing. I become more masculine. That's because what happens, he may transfigure, means that sometimes his spirit overlays my face. So sometimes that's what happens when I bring spirit in. They will overlay. So I'm just going to take myself into that space. I step to one side and allow his spirit to come through. It gives me great pleasure to come forth at this hour to grant you every blessing. There are many shifts taking place within the universe as a whole. This bringing forth waves of energy that is transpiring on your earth plane. Many are feeling a shift in consciousness and awareness, while others are releasing and purging and healing. It is a mixture of events that are underway, and many of you will experience these events in your own given way, given your own personal path of evolution. For it is like this: you form part of the petals within the flower of life. The flower of life is one, but within that flower there are many, many countless petals. See yourself as a petal. Some of those petals may be at the inside of the flower, and many will be on the outside, coming towards the edge of that flower. Each and every petal is at their own different path of age and evolution. Each and every petal represents soul spirit. Whilst there are many within that circle, many are on their different paths of evolution and learning. There is no right, there is no wrong. It is about your individual growth, your individual path, your individual learning. This is unique to your growth and evolution. We have to set reminders to all life that is on this planet, that everyone is at their different levels, and it matters not where you are at, as long as you are evolving and growing, given your desired path and evolution. Many of you have designed your path and evolution prior to your incarnation, coming to this planet. And it is down to you as a soul to master your own path and evolution. This is why you will have us from the other sides of the veil coming through to give you guidance upon your path and evolution and your personal enlightenment. So it matters not, from our perspective, where you are at this given moment in time and what you are experiencing, because your experiences are unique to you as an individual. So we have the path of the soul. We also have what is defined within the collective field of consciousness, and the planet as a whole, and the universe as a whole. So the planet as a whole is shifting, it is vibing, at a much higher frequency. It is going through change. It's going through an evolutionary change at this time. This will affect your own individual consciousness at soul level as you are growing and evolving at fast pace with the planet and the events that are undertaking at planetary level and at universal level. So you as a soul is fast paced in learning and growing in this current timeline as events are shifting and evolving, and many souls are coming into a wider state of awareness as the planet moves fast pace in its evolutionary growth. It therefore leaves many souls with decisions to make upon their own evolution and the decisions as a whole on how they are to nurture and to grow and to make changes within the planet as a whole. This is what is called the enlightening process. Whatever you decide at soul level affects what happens at a collective level. Therefore, it is time, dear ones, in this current energy, to do much needed inner work and reflection and introspection, to take more an observation of what is truly taking place around you at this time. This is what the cosmic energy is calling you to do in its current planetary shifts. For it is you, dear ones, that are the weavers of your time. You are the weavers and masters of your destiny. And we can only guide you on your evolutionary path, your growth and evolution, by giving you the clarity that you need upon your path, whether it be the path of your soul or the path of your life. We can grant you the guidance that is much needed for your evolution and growth. For as Mother Earth is rising and many structural changes are taking place and humanity's evolutionary consciousness is expanding and growing, so will science, uncovering many truths. And an expansion in human consciousness leads to a much wider exploration of what is taking place upon your planet and beyond. Therefore, there is an increase in technology. And for many of the ancient ones have seen this time and time again, not just on this planet, but on other civilizations within the universe itself. These events are not new. Therefore, we are at a time of a heightened evolutionary state of this planet. And this heightened evolutionary state of this planet is not new. We have been here before. And for many ancient souls, they will attune to these great timelines. And these are the times where we must gather in a sacred circle. And as we gather in the sacred circle, we must reach out to those less fortunate than ourselves. To give healing to where it is needed, and to comfort those whom are in need of your comfort. I leave you with every blessing. Thank you. Thank you. So, what I want to say thank you to Horus coming through. I can see him standing right here. So I want to say thank you. I want to extend love, healing, and beautiful gratitude to you all. And I'll just extend love and healing out to those who are in need of it at this time. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you.